Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How are you, dear student? Hope you will be fine and great. Okay, student, today we are going to know about the equilibrium. Like in the previous some video, we discussed the torque and equilibrium when we started this chapter. So in this is the second part of the torque chapter. Like the first part was torque and the second one is equilibrium. So now today we are going to study it and know about the equilibrium. Like what is equilibrium? Normally equilibrium mean balance, to balance something. Like let's suppose if I want to balance this marker not going downward on the right side or left side, so this is called balance. So and this is called equilibrium. Let's know more about the equilibrium. Like what is equilibrium? Okay, let's see the definition of the equilibrium. Okay, here the definition is given when all the forces that act upon on the object are balanced, then the object is said to be the state of equilibrium. Okay, here are the two picture is given. Like the first one picture is there, the second, this is the second picture. Mean that the sum of all the forces which is act on an object. Like if we see this object, there are different forces applied on this block or this object on different direction. But if we see this object, so the forces are in balance form. How this in balance form? Like upward force is 50 Newton, so downward force is also 50 Newton. So the force is actually applied here on vertical direction, but these two are in opposite direction. Like the first one is the upward is in positive and then downward is in negative side, are which is both are equal. The magnitude of the forces are equal. This is also 50 Newton, this is also 50 Newton. Here is also, let's see the another one. Like here 30 Newton on the right side and 30 Newton on the left side. So here these all forces cancel with each other. Actually the force are applied on this object, but these forces are what cancel with each other. So that's why this object is in rest form or in equilibrium form. Not this object is going like this toward this direction or this direction or this direction and so on, but this object will remain at rest. So we can say this the object is called in equilibrium. Like this, all the forces are balanced or cancel the effect of each other. Then next example also same like this. Like this is 75, this is 75. Their direction is opposite, so the total force on the horizontal side is 0 and also on the vertical side is also 0. So both the object will be in the form of equilibrium. Why? Because the force are in balance with each other. Okay, the next one, let's see the another example. Like the picture here, if we see here, there here are like when this like when the boy is moving downward and this one is also moving downward. So here is the torque is produced. Like let's suppose if here is no ground and this will continue the torque, so it will goes in this direction and the girls may be in this direction if the ground is not stop this one. So here, like yesterday in the previous video, we know that like the sum of clockwise torque, like this one, sorry, this is the counterclockwise torque and this one is the clockwise torque. So when these two torque are balanced with each other, or let's suppose here is 50 Newton meter torque is also produced by the boy. The torque of this boy is also 50 Newton meter and the torque of girl is also 50 Newton meter. So in this case like we consider the Turk. So when the object or the same thing, the other thing is that like the weight of this object and the weight of the boy is equal to the weight of the girls. So this seesaw will remain at rest. So this is also like the weight of the boy is balanced the weight of the girl. So we can say this is also in equilibrium form. Okay, the force are considered to be balanced if the rightward force are balanced by the leftward force. Like they are talking about the right force and leftward force, and the upward force are balanced by the downward force. Like this is the upward force and this is the downward force, like upward and downward. But here the situation is also different. Here is also like downward force, the weight of the girl and the weight of the boy. This will balance this force of P, like the upward force. So this will balance this word force. So that's why these two are in balanced position or in equilibrium position. So this is called equilibrium. Okay, there are two types of equilibrium. The first one is static equilibrium and the next one is dynamic equilibrium. Now what is static and what is dynamic? Static mean rest, like this one. Let's suppose the object is in rest form but the force are applied, like in different direction the force are applied, but still the object is at equilibrium position or rest position. So we can say this is called static equilibrium. The other one is dynamic. Dynamic mean, let's suppose like I told you, the anti-clockwise Turk or counterclockwise Turk will balance the clockwise Turk. So there is produced some rotational motion, like this Turk is produced the rotational motion. So this is called dynamic equilibrium. Rotational motion. Okay, these two are the different types of equilibrium. Okay, thank you so much, student. If you have any types of question according to the equilibrium, so you can ask in your comments. Thank you so much.